All right, guys. So what you're about to watch was recorded earlier today. I sat down and started editing it. While we were recording, there was a whole lot of audio issues. There was a whole lot of crying from both of us. And what ended up being 3 hours of record time at where I'm currently at editing has been knocked down to like 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I'm like only an hour into the edit process. So I'm apologizing ahead of time that there are weird cuts. The weird cuts are because of the audio. In some spaces, I was able to save the audio from the cameras and not the mixers. So you will hear differences in sound, and there was a whole lot of crying cut out. Me bringing this to you guys now is to let you know two things. One, we apologize about the technology. It's the bane of our existence, and at least once a month something goes wrong. And the other thing is that if you want to not miss the really important conversations or the things that we cut out, you need to join us on Patreon. We record all of our content live in front of our Patreon audience, whether they get a YouTube link or we do it in our Discord community. But they get unedited raw. Us. So with that being said, guys, thank you for turning in. I am sorry about the technical issues, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Look how far we've come, all the things we've done, did it all with love, beauty from the bottom up. All I want is you, you're my favorite view, but there's nothing more, girl, you make my heart beat.
And we are back.
We are back, you beautiful creatures.
Today we are doing episode 38, I think. Could be 39.
I don't know where we're at anymore.
But I do believe that this episode will drop on my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, babe.
I mean, it's still months away at this point.
Right, but if this is dropping on, you did mention that
But
one of
I
these
think,
would be.
I believe this is the episode. Could be wrong.
Okay.
But I believe that this is the episode.
Okay. Can I take like 5 seconds and I'll be right back?
No.
It's my husband's birthday.
Damn it.
I love him. I love you so much. This is one of my favorite dresses, and you told me I can't wear it all the time, so it's special occasions.
Oh,
like
fuck.
today.
I am so embarrassed right now. So ironically enough, one of the things that I wanted to talk about today was marketing.
Beautiful.
And whoever sold you that skirt totally got you on marketing.
What do you mean?
There, you must have saw something on Facebook that was like, put your husband's face on clothing.
Yeah.
And you were like,
yeah.
oh, sold.
Yeah, it was a TikTok thing, I think. I've had this for like 3 years now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, dope.
So on the marketing thing, show your nails first so that we can. They're like a blood red. I like them.
Did this color just for my husband.
So on the marketing thing, how do I want to intro this conversation? I know that we both believe in vibrations and frequencies.
Yeah.
Right. On a spiritual level, not just on a earthly level with technology, Wi-Fi, etc. And a company came across my Facebook feed like 6 days ago, and it was like, block all EMF to your brain. And I watched something 2 days before that was like, the more EMF Wi-Fi signal that goes into your brain, I believe it was the pituitary gland, the less you are able to connect spiritually to the divine, like connection.
Right.
And so like, that's something I've been stuck on. And like, I thought about like putting hooking all of our Wi-Fi into one room, and when we go to bed at night, like flipping the breaker and shutting that fucking room off and like trying to get rid of all of our signals. It went down a whole crazy rabbit hole. And obviously that's super extreme. I'm not doing that. That's craziness. Like is it though? Is it really crazy? I don't know.
I don't think it's crazy.
It could be. I could just be.
I'm just saying my brain's been feeling tingly since we started doing things to elevate ourselves.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Facebook showed me this ad for a hat.
Okay.
It was like block,
not tinfoil, right?
No, the inside. I got it. I'm gonna show you in a minute.
Okay.
But it was like block the frequencies to your brain, and I went on the website and I bought the hat and I bought a beanie because I prefer beanies over hats. And then I was like, oh, they make t-shirts and pants, so like you can just turn yourself into a fucking Faraday cage and nothing can get in there, right? I went down a whole fucking crazy rabbit hole, but I bought a hat and a beanie. And I'm not going to say the name of the company because I'm not endorsing them.
Right.
I don't know if the shit works, but they do have some sort of mesh lining in there. I haven't even tried it on yet. I figured I would try it on for you on the show so that we can see if I look good in this hat, because it doesn't say cock on it like my other one.
Oh, wow.
Does it do the thing?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if I sew a patch on there, if it would disrupt the EMF.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't feel like it's doing anything. because the rest of my head is still exposed. So is my face. Like
back of the head, base of the skull.
Marketing got me, right? And I bought the beanie because I prefer beanies over hats. And it's not the normal type of beanie. That's not definitely mesh in there. I don't think it's going to keep my head warm. It is stretchy.
Oh, I fucking love you in beanies.
I prefer that way over the hat, but I get more coverage.
You do.
To the base of my skull, but not to the face.
Right. Oh yeah, it's going through your eyeballs and shit.
So when I'm doing this,
right,
radiation is going right in there. They got me.
They did.
Marketing got me.
Wait, put the beanie back on.
No, it's...
Please? Thank you.
I'm not going to wear this while we podcast.
No, you don't have to. It's just going to be for a split second. Now wink at me. Oh, God. Yep. Thank you for indulging me.
You're welcome. How could I not? You're wearing my face on your dress.
I love you so much.
So the marketing aspect of things, I'm realizing has become a very, because of the algorithm and the way that they monitor our use of social media, marketing has gotten very efficient.
Yes.
And I'm willing to bet that people spend more money buying things off of social media than they realize. Because if you're only spending $12 here and there, but you're doing it all the time, it's like microtransactions in video games. That shit adds up fast.
Yeah.
That leads me into the next conversation I was going to have. And this is going to transition from marketing into victimhood.
Okay.
This morning while you were getting your nails done, I was scrolling Facebook for a little bit. I actually scrolled all of my social medias today for probably 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Just looking, I was totally trying to just disassociate.
Yeah, that's not normal for you.
No, it's not. But I saw an ad come up, and I apologize if you're a veteran and this offends you. We do a lot for veterans and I support you guys, but this marketing ad came up that was like, if you're a veteran, you don't deserve to be in debt. And it was like, you can get a loan. If you have excess debt of $200,000 or more, you can get a loan, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I went back and I read it again. I was like, being a veteran, you don't deserve to have debt. So you're saying that somebody can serve from 18 to 21, leave the military, not be dishonorably discharged,
right?
Be in their 50s, have made a whole lot of bad financial decisions, filed bankruptcy, multiple divorces, alimony, child support, failed businesses, not a good steward of their money. And because they served for 3 years, they don't deserve to have debt.
Yeah.
It's marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And like the comment sections where people are like, oh, this is such a great thing, blah, blah, blah. You guys are doing great work. No, they're fucking preying on you.
Right.
And they're going to get paid off of your suffrage because you are already not good with your money. You're going to take a loan from this company that's going to gain interest off of the fact that you're not good with this money. And then when you default on your loan because you're not good on this money, you're going to owe them money and they're going to send that shit to a debt collection agency. They're going to get paid either way and you're going to end up owing somebody else.
That's insane.
Isn't it?
You know what else is crazy to think about? Like surface level, that sounds fantastic.
Right.
Right? I know veterans who have lost limbs. They have TBIs. They can't live a normal life anymore. So that sounds great. And then the way that you just laid it out, yeah.
It's predatory as a motherfucker.
It is. It really is. And that's what they're hoping for, that their people are just going to read it for the face value.
Right? Because they're desperate.
And then like emotionally connect to it. Yeah. Predatory.
I don't think that I would have went back and read the ad if I wasn't feeling the way I was feeling about the hat. And that's how those things tie in together. Because the hat came yesterday while we were taking our down day.
Yeah.
You guys, for watching right now on Discord, we did not record yesterday because we were up until 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Well, Monday morning, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And we took an entire down day yesterday and it was fucking needed.
Oh gosh, we slept all day. We woke up, ate a little bit, watched some TV, went to sleep, watched something else.
Yeah, did the same thing.
Yeah.
I slept last night from 10 o'clock until 7 a.m. I didn't get up to pee. I didn't toss and turn. I don't remember rolling over in the middle of the night. I didn't hear Ivy. Like that was the hardest I have ever slept in my life.
I love that for you.
Yeah. I can't believe they got me on that hat thing. In theory, you're protecting your brain.
Right.
It's all right here. Mm-hmm. And that's where we put our phones.
Right.
And then I also saw something else about the EMF and all the things that are coming off of our cell phone and like radiation and what it does to kids because they're more susceptible to it. And if they're holding their phone to the ear to talk, it goes here. And there's like brain scans of it. It's marketing. I don't know how accurate any of this shit is, but it made me think. And like I normally would lay on the couch with my phone on my stomach. And I've been making it a habit to set it on the cushion so that it's not touching me if I'm not using the phone. I think I'm going crazy.
Why?
Because none of this shit would have affected me 5 years ago.
I don't think you're going crazy. I'm on that level too. I'm becoming uncomfortable with a lot of things that is just normal now.
The food thing has become a problem. I don't want to eat like fast food anymore. But with the way our life is, we still DoorDash quite a bit. And like while I'm eating it, like I'm shit talking myself. Like, I can't believe you did this. Like, you know better. I am going crazy. Sorry, guys. I am having a very hard day today.
I think we should end this.
We have done this when you've had hard days. We will get through this. I'll just cut that out. Discord will know that I'm having a hard day. The rest of the people won't. It'll be okay. All right, guys. As you know, there was a TikTok scare. We lost the app for a whole 12 hours and we have no idea what the future of the app looks like. And with that, we are very concerned about the loss of our following. We have amassed almost 3 million followers across that platform with all 4 of our accounts. And we are trying to push people to other social media platforms so that in the event that anything happens on one app, we have multiple other backup plans. If you want to make sure that you're not missing any content, we highly recommend that you check out our Patreon.
On Patreon, we have multiple tiers to choose from. Starting at $10, you begin to receive exclusive content. At $15 a month, you get access to our private Discord server where we've amassed an absolutely amazing community of supportive people. And beyond that, we have other tiers to check out, along with my 2 private women's group, if that's something you may be interested in.
Guys, on our $15 and higher tier, you have access to live recordings. We record all of our content 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week, live in front of our Patreon audience, where they are able to chat with us while we're recording. They get to see all the flirting, the outtakes, the hot topic conversations that never actually make it on the podcast. And it's really worth that aspect in itself. We have an After Dark where we sit down usually once a week and have a glass of bourbon, or in Peach's case, a glass of wine and a bowl of cheese. And we have a whole lot of fun conversations, karaoke in the Discord. We finish the lyrics. We literally just hang out and you guys get to hang out with us. There is a host of other perks, including Zoom calls that are coming for the ultimate tier. So that if you guys are having problems, you can talk to us. It also gives you the heads up on private meet and greets, because when we travel, we try to meet up with people on our Discord on a regular basis. There's a whole slew of other perks that come through Patreon. I highly recommend that you check it out.
The best way to support what we are doing is to share the content. The second best way is to check out our Patreon. Thank you guys for being here. The fuck is going on with us? My God. I cried in front of my nail tech today.
Yeah, I know. It's because you're in Discord. I know what's going on in my brain and I know why it's happening. And it all started because of that fucking men's retreat.
Yeah.
And I've gone down a rabbit hole since then. And I've picked apart every decision that I've made over the last 3 months. And like, that's been the thought process today. And like, I'm not somebody who lives in the past, right? When it comes to my thought process, I am an advanced thinker, and that everything is about preparing for the future. And I have been working on trying to live in the right now. And that's been a big focus since our first ayahuasca retreat. I want to live in the moment. That's what Isha said. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be living in the what if of what's coming, or the what has of the past. I want to live in the right now while still preparing for what's going forward. So I don't do a lot of past reflection unless it's like an audit of time, or an audit of money, or the podcast, or where are our numbers, our metrics. Like that will bring me back into the past to try to figure out or recreate something. But I don't dwell on past shit. Like even things with us, like once it's happened and it's over with, I don't dwell on it anymore. It doesn't matter to me. It happened. I learned from it. We're going. That's just the way it's going to be. I am very much trying to not focus on like the future of everything. And like, I've been so 2030 on my goals. Like everything that we've been doing for the last 6 months has been preparing for 2030, because that's the goal of having no debt, being able to buy land and start actually building a community for us. Like the things that we dream of creating, a homestead, whatever the case may be. And who knows if that's going to even happen, right? By 2030, that may not even be a dream. We might move to Costa Rica or something. Like who fucking knows what that's going to look like? But I still don't want to live today the way that we were living 2 years ago, because I do know that I want something more than what we have. And like, I'm trying to prepare for that. So there's been a lot of mental stupidity happening with me today, and that like, I can't let go of things. On the men's retreat, since I guess we should probably announce it on the podcast. We'll start with your women's retreat. As of right now, there's 2 spots left. By the time you guys get this in September, it'll be happening. No, I'm sorry. It'll have already happened. Mm-hmm. So good job on your women's retreat, babe. I'm sure it was a great success.
I hope so. I'm putting a lot of planning into it. I have a lot of coordinating to do, a lot of delegating.
Yeah. I think you'll do really well with that. Anyways, so the men's retreat thing, I booked it for March of next year, the 13th to the 16th, I think. It's on the website, tobebetter.com. And the goal of it is basic leadership and like being a better man, right? And it's not just like to be a man. Mm-hmm. It's to be a better man for your family. It's to learn to lead and to regulate your mental health and to do things that is going to make you grow as a person, And the goal of the weekend is to leapfrog you years of what it would take for you to do it on your own, right? You're going to have a group of men sitting around having conversations, and there's going to be a lot of life lived that you can take advice from. Things going on in the men's retreat is going to be the importance of journaling, emotional regulation, friendships and social circles, health, dieting and working out, finances, time versus money and savings, and future goals. So that's the entire premise of the 3-day weekend that we're going to have there.
Yeah.
And you're going to be there cooking.
Yes.
Which is worth the price of admission.
Yep. I will be doing home cooked meals. It sounds like we have a lot of corresponding things in ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a woman say, if you do co-ed, I'd come to it, but I'm doing the same thing with the women's retreat. So
yeah.
That was kind of wild for me to read in the Discord.
There's been a lot of isolation in the way that we've marketed things. Again, this is the marketing thing. And I thought about this today too, because we've done a couples retreat. We have 2 of them. That removes single people from coming because it's a couples retreat. They know that they're not welcome. With the women's retreat, that removes the opportunity for men to come. With the men's retreat, there's no women.
Yeah.
So there's not been a all-inclusive, if you want to be a better person, come do this thing. And I think that's something that we need to figure out and plan as well. I also think that there's a very real possibility that if this thing isn't half sold out by like the time this episode's drop, I'm just going to fucking refund everyone's money and either cancel the retreat or resell it as a co-ed thing.
I think reselling it as a co-ed thing would be the move.
Because as of right now, we're thousands of dollars into this and we've not even made half the money back yet. So
yeah,
I think those were all the things that I wanted to talk about. I feel like there was something else too. And I just can't remember what it was.
I hope it comes back to you.
Me too. I bought some cards off of a marketing. They got me.
Yeah.
It was like a deck of cards that you bring it. It's like a party to like create social engagement.
Oh, hell yeah.
I thought it was cool, right?
Yeah.
Because it's something I crave. I like talking to people and having new information. And I was like, I can buy these and we can read them on the podcast. And it came from the Diary of a CEO podcast. He's got his little thing that he does. And I really there's like 3 podcasts that I'm kind of obsessed with right now, but they're all super intellectual podcasts. And I'm gaining knowledge from them that I wouldn't have otherwise gained. So I think that when those cards come in, which should be here today, we should do another one of these as Friday content and just do the cards and have honest conversations about stuff. Word. Maybe we can engage the chat a little bit.
I would love that. So this is a thank you email. It says, thank you from a very grateful wife. Hello, Chris and Peaches. This is not a message about an issue, but a word of thanks. My husband, 49 male, and I, 45 female, have been together for 27 years and married for 25. We raised a blended family of 5 who are all now good adults with their quirks and problems, but not more than a typical adult.
Their marriage has been a life sentence.
Yeah.
You could kill somebody and do less time than they did in their marriage. It's crazy to think about.
I can't wait to get to that point with you.
And what you do with that time, like what you do with that time dictates so much of your life, whether it's prison or marriage. So
how do you feel about being cremated?
I don't care. I'll be dead.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. We've never had that conversation. I know I want your femur, but I don't know if you believed in like the soul being destroyed by being cremated or something.
No, I would think that if that was the case, when we die, our soul actually leaves our body. Our body is nothing. It's a meat prison.
A vessel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that I would be doing the earth a service by being cremated. I would prefer like an
eco thing,
an eco burial, so that like I can actually become one with the planet again.
Hell yeah.
But that would be, I don't even know. You see all these ads for like become a tree and all that shit. Like that was all fake. So I don't know how that would work. Like, decomposing flesh in the soil could be a bad thing, especially if you live in a high flood area like Costa Rica,
Yeah.
So
I'll figure it out for you, babe. If it comes to that. I'm definitely keeping your femur though. And then whatever happens to me afterwards, your femur is just going to come with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be whole again at some point.
That's funny.
But I am going to bring your femur to dinner or like gardening.
Fashion it into like a cane or something so that somebody gets out of line, you can hit them with it. And it'll be like me protecting you still. Put a steel cap on the end of it so that it's heavy like a shillelagh.
Yeah. That's smart. I like it. I don't know why I just thought about nunchucks, but that's not the move. Continuing. My husband and I have had our trials and tribulations in our marriage. There are plenty of times that we loved each other and didn't like each other much. We stuck it out. The last few years, we have both had tremendous personal and professional growth as we became empty nesters. We decided to focus on making each other our priority and did the work to keep the intimacy and romance alive.
Could you imagine how different your marriage would look if you would have done that the whole time that your kids were there?
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about.
It is crazy to think about.
And that falls back on what I was saying a minute ago about like how important the time is. It's one thing that you can't get back.
Right.
Like that is the ultimate currency. This actually, that was the other thing that I wanted to talk about. Somebody in our Discord today said that it's been 5 years since they took a vacation.
Gee.
5 years. And like I have had a vacation every year of my life for the last 20, sometimes multiple. I am, and I understand you can call it privileged, you can call it blessed, you can call it good money making decisions, hard work, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't care. The reality is I put myself in a position that I could do these things. You're not living your life. You're going to look back and be like, damn, all I did was work and made somebody else fucking rich.
The drone.
Audio issues.
All right, continuing.
Yep.
It has not been easy, but it has been absolutely worth it. I'm not writing this to brag about our relationship, but to brag about my husband. To brag about both. I sent him a couple of your TikToks the end of last year, and now he is a devoted Spotify listener.
Love that.
Oh,
Thank you.
Hello, husband of the emailer. Thank you guys for being here.
Congrats on your life sentence.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's inspirational. He has always been a man's man, but in the past was very defensive during arguments or emotionally immature. I would love to say that a lot of it had to do with you, Chris. He admires you and takes what you have to say to heart. We talk multiple times a day about our day, our wins and losses, our frustrations from the day, etc. Outside of that, he started/implemented the weekly check-ins while we eat dinner together. He was telling me the other day that he realized what a boy he had been in the past when it came to our fights and disagreements. I have always admired him, but have loved seeing his personal growth. So once again, I just want to say thank you for sharing your views, and it has reinforced our views and inspired my husband to grow.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, reading that made me super emotional. You are a fantastic man.
We hear that, right? Like people say that, you know, I look up to you, or you've said some things that's changed my life and blah, blah, blah. Like you don't really understand the impact on this side of things, right? Like I don't have an ego with the podcast. I really don't. I don't, like, you know, when we went to the plant store the other day, we went to the same one twice. And when we went back, the lady was like, somebody here knew who you were, knew who you guys were. And like, they didn't want to come up and talk to you because they didn't want to seem like they were being rude or whatever.
We also had our kids with us.
Yeah.
So I can respect that.
For somebody to just walk up and be like, hey, I really enjoy your podcast. Thanks for changing my life and walking away. I don't care if the kids are there or not. If they're getting fucking weird, obviously that's a different conversation, but it's different when you talk to people face to face and you can see that they've really implemented things that we've talked about and it's made their life better. And like what we're doing is it's not rocket science. It's just conversations that other people aren't willing to have.
And dedicating our time to something that other people would rather doom scroll or get drunk.
Yep. Crazy to think that we're influencing people the way that we are. Someone in the chat, I'm not going to say their name. I guess probably it doesn't really matter because it's not a real name, but it's been 10 years since I've had a vacation and I can't believe how consumed by the day to day I've been and not realize it's been that long until I heard you say that. It's fucking insane that we get caught up in this. And like for people who have commission-based jobs or they are an entrepreneur, your schedule is more than 40 hours. You're working every fucking opportunity you get. And like, as a tattoo artist, if I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning and we got an email or a message on the Facebook page, I was answering that shit.
Oh yeah.
Because somebody else is going to answer before me and I'm gonna lose that client.
Right.
And there was a hustle mentality that was there, but I still took my vacations. I always made it a point to like not be at the tattoo shop for a week and like focus on me and do something that I enjoy. But even looking back, I am still connected to my device and I've ever had a single vacation where I completely and not worked.
I feel the same way with my women's groups. Even though I'm not hosting calls, I'm still in the chats and problem solving and planning things and scheduling and
the audio keeps cutting in and out.
Oh.
Hopefully it's just Discord and not our mixer.
Yeah. You were talking about how vacations, we still work 40 hours. Yes, the 40 hours a week. Yeah, I don't work 40 hours a week. There are times where I'm responding to women's messages at 10:30 at night because we're sitting on a couch and doing nothing. And I finally have a second to just decompress.
Yeah.
Times that I'm doing my makeup and simultaneously sending out voice messages to ladies.
Well, that was this morning.
Yeah. It's been about an hour and a half responding to messages. There has been an influx of women in the Sacred Sisterhood reaching out to me for private mentorship, and I'm enjoying it. I feel useful. I just hope I'm being helpful because it is taking up a lot of my time.
It feels good, doesn't it?
It does. I love learning things about ladies and getting to experience life through their eyes. I mean, sometimes it's heartbreaking hearing the things that they have to go through, but
it's a purpose-driven thing for me. So like us doing what we're doing and helping people the way that we are, it's like feeding the hungry. You know what I mean? Like people are hurting, we're able to provide some sort of solace, right? Some comfort. Like there's a whole lot of love and gratitude that comes from all of that. It is a very humbling thing.
our life is crazy.
You see that comment?
What comment?
You are very helpful and you make me feel seen and heard when I come to you for advice.
Oh, thank you for saying that. I'm so glad.
You also point my attention to some things I couldn't see myself.
I love that.
It's crazy watching you work and do the things that you're doing. So it's not a secret that you struggled really fucking hard the first year of the podcast. Like you did not want to keep doing this. There was a couple times that it almost didn't go through. Like, and then to see you embrace it and to start doing things, and like you've had to make sacrifices and things, like in order for you to be as active as you are with your women's group, you've reduced your TikTok time, right? Like you don't make TikToks the way you did. And that's actually hurt your followers. Yeah. Which has affected our income, but that's, well,
TikTok's always been TikTok. I've never made much on TikTok anyway.
There was a couple of times there that you were pulling $2 or $3 grand a month.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember that time.
It's crazy. What I was going to say is it's crazy watching you go from, I don't want to do this. It's a lot on my mental health. It's draining me, blah, 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 to mentoring privately 5 women, like on a very massive scale, having your sacred sisterhood group, which is what, 30 people? 20 people? It's a lot.
Between 25 and 30 people. And then the weekly calls.
Right. And then your Thrive group, which is a much smaller undertaking in terms of what the other 2 groups are doing. Yeah. But you are very involved in other people's lives, and like, it's awe-inspiring.
Really?
It's cool to see you do the shit.
Oh gosh. I'm going to cry, guys.
Well, I'm done now, so have at it.
Thanks, babe. I'm glad that we can make space for each other like that.
Yeah. We don't want to overpower each other. So I cry, you cry. I cry, you cry.
We got to take
just
turns.
Not at the same time.
Right.
What was the main thing you guys feel helping people? How crazy does it feel to literally change lives? My life has been turned around by you. It's wild. There's not really a way to put it into words. It's one thing to read an email. It's another to meet somebody in person. And the in-person meetings where people are explaining what's going on in their lives and the things that we have done that has impacted them and saved their marriages, or in some cases their life, as crazy as that sounds, that's where that cup being filled really comes in. And the relationships that we make from it, because we've made friends from all the trips that we've done, like real friends, you know?
Yeah. It's a lot. You never just experience one emotion.
Yeah.
It's always a multitude of them, and like a really good soup. Sometimes it's a fucked up soup. We put too much anger in there or frustration, but we can always change the recipe, and it feels fantastic. It feels draining. It fills my cup. It makes me want to punch holes in the wall. There's a little bit of fear going into public just because I don't know who's going to walk up on me for what reason. Yeah. Sometimes it's, you're beautiful. Sometimes it's, I like your outfit. Sometimes it's, oh my God, it's fucking you. And
yeah.
Like I never really know.
You actually get that a lot.
Yeah.
Which is wild to me because I don't. I've gotten it once.
Yeah. I've given out a lot of hugs, taken a lot of photos. It's crazy. I don't know. And I also feel like an imposter.
I get that.
Yeah. The first time I got recognized in public by myself without you, it was a lot. And now it's a normal part of my life. And that's a fucking crazy thing to say.
Right. Because we can't go anywhere and not be recognized.
Right.
The only place that we have gone out together and not been recognized for sure was the Hong Kong airport. And that's because there's no TikTok in Hong Kong.
Yeah, they banned TikTok over there.
Yeah.
It feels like a purpose. And it feels like the Lord is cheering me on right now because I am hitting the nail on the head with what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. Even though I have borderline and it's super hard sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. All right, let's get into an email. Let's actually help some people.
I like that everywhere I look is just you.
Oh, shit.
Okay. This one is titled Together for 16 Years, Double-Digit Kids.
Before you do that,
I was going to say something too. Perfect.
being together for 16 years, they didn't say married, they said together.
Yes.
So that's an issue right away.
Well, the first sentence is my wife and I.
Okay.
So.
I saw something on TikTok this morning that said Trump said that if you're together for 5 years or more, it's a common law marriage, or they're going to try to push that through. I didn't research it. I have no idea if that's real or not.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on TikTok is bullshit until you research it.
Yeah.
But how crazy would that be if they actually made it a thing across the United States that if you're committed in a relationship and living together as if you're married for 5 years, you're common law married?
That would fuck up a lot of people's lives.
It would. It absolutely fucking would. Yep.
Y'all need to be careful who you're living with, who we're dedicating our lives to.
Yep.
If that goes through, can't just kick them out. Can't just say my name's on the lease.
Be a whole lot of relationships ending at 4 years and 10 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 6 more months to make a decision. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Don't be that person. Don't be in that situation. That just feels stressful to me. My goodness. The thing that I was going to say, I watched a TikTok this morning. It was a reel from a TV show or a movie. That's how I find new things to watch if I get interested. If I want to find more of the videos to know what happens in the next scene, I just have to watch it on Netflix or something. Right. And it was a scene from a movie where a woman and her husband, I want to say it took place in like World War II. He was in Spain or something with the military, and he brought her back at like 13 years old, and they're up to like 24 kids. Yeah. And the doctor asked her, when did you have your last period? And he's like, she hasn't. So from the time she was 14 and on, she was just giving birth after birth after birth.
Wow.
She's never experienced a period. Blew my mind. And I went to the comment section, and there were so many women saying my grandmother had to go through this. My great grandmother had like 28 kids.
It's crazy to think about that, but that was necessary back then.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I am so glad that I live in a time where I can pop out 2 kids and say I'm done.
So they said double-digit kids. Does that mean they're in like 10 or 11 kids, or their kids are in their teens?
Oh, I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, I don't know where to start. My wife and I have been together for 16 years. We've been married for 10. The amount of kids we have are in the double digits.
Okay.
Most of them we had together, a couple of adopted, and one that she had before she met me. We practiced safe sex to keep her from getting pregnant, but most of the time it didn't work. I think most of our kids together were make-up sex babies, honestly.
Wow.
I wouldn't tell my kids that.
We spoke on earlier about energy and EMF and like vibrations and frequencies and all that shit. Make-up sex babies. I wonder what that does in terms of passing that energy along into a new life.
Oh gosh, chaos.
Especially if it's like a grudge fucking after a fight.
Yeah. I'm doing this because I hate you, but I want the release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how little we know.
What do you mean?
Like about the way everything works.
Oh yeah.
You know, the last 100 years in terms of life and like technology and science and the way that we understand the world, 100 years ago we didn't. 200 years ago we really fucking didn't.
Yeah.
And with AI and all the shit that's happening right now, I was watching something this morning with Tony Robinson, and he said that the next 10 years is going to bring change unlike the world has ever seen before. And it's going to happen in 10 years. If you look at the change of 100 years till now, how great those changes are,
right?
It's going to be 10 times that in 10 years.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Continuing, the way she puts it is that we've been on this endless cycle of loving each other, fighting forgiveness, temporary or insincere, promises to do better, so on and so forth. There have been issues with infidelity in our past. I was young, dumb, still getting high on opiates behind her back, and an alcoholic for a little while after we got married. Like, I would kill a pint within an hour and then snort a line of crushed Percocet at the end of the night. A bad habit that I beat on my own. I wasn't dependent on pills or alcohol. A lot of the times it would slow my thoughts down enough to where I could focus. Self-medication, if you will, plus I enjoyed the high. Good on you for self-quitting. That's not an easy thing to do, going through withdrawals like that and having your body have to do a full reset.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's easy, but when it becomes necessary and that choice is made, see, this is one of those times where I have to be very careful with how I word things, because if somebody's in an active addiction and they go through withdrawals, it sucks. It's fucking hard to be dope sick.
Yeah.
But looking back on like going through that shit to get to where I am now and like having that kind of experience, like it was hard in the moment, but looking back on it, like it was necessary. And looking, you know, this is the time, it was easy. I did it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's done.
It wasn't though. And if you had asked me a year after I did it, I'd have told you how fucking hard it was. Looking back on it now, I'm like, I know I could do that again. That's perspective, I guess.
That is very true. Yeah. I was sitting there waiting for that fourth needle to get pushed through my nostril. And I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I'd do it again.
That's funny.
Same thing with Cambo.
Fuck that. I watched you go through that for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm all for the plant medicine. Like, I want to experience all that shit. I'm not fucking with that one.
No.
Watching you go through that was enough for me to go, I'm not doing that.
Just had to get through it.
Yeah. And you did.
Yeah.
Great. Good for you.
I felt great the day after the day.
I'm not doing that.
Definitely needed a down day though. Let my body recoup.
Yeah.
I ended up sleeping with a friend who was a woman who I used to play games with before I met my wife, less than a year after we got married. It's the biggest regret of my life and the only thing I'd go back and change if it were possible. But seeing how Doc is hiding his plans for the time machine, impossible. So I understand how that's the biggest regret of your life. Fucked up thing to do. A lot of bad decisions were made, and I can see how that impacted your wife, how that impacted your marriage, how it probably fucked up everything you guys have going on. We listened to an audiobook when we were out doing photography.
Worthy of her trust.
Worthy of her trust. And after 10 years, his wife came to him and said, I'm glad that we went through everything that we went through because we wouldn't be where we are now. And I believe that. I believe that foul shit can happen in a relationship. And if both people are set on changing their ways and forgiveness and grace and really, oh God, what the fuck?
The neck thing happened
Yeah.
again? It's been a while since that's happened.
Should I see somebody about this?
I mean, it's been a while since that's happened.
Is that a problem? If both people are dedicated to putting their energy into fixing the relationship and not holding on to grudges and throwing it in each other's faces and deciding to have healthy conversations of, hey, this just triggered me. I need reassurance that I'm still everything that you need in the relationship and you're not trying to seek it elsewhere. There is a certain level of you have to eat crow because you did that. You fractured the person that you're supposed to love the most. So there is going to have to be repair for the thing you broke. And sometimes it's going to be a process. A bowl that shatters into 100 pieces, you're not going to put that together in one night. That does not give permission for the person who was hurt to be nasty and vindictive and try to get an eye for an eye because you need to hurt the way that you hurt me. So if both people are on the same level of, yes, that hurt, you made a fucked up decision, there's an apology, there's going to be changed action, you guys are doing check-ins, we know what's going on emotionally. I don't think that that would be a regret. I think that if this is something that you guys can work through and it's not something that's thrown in the face and it's changed behavior and 10 years later, everything's fantastic and you guys are at a place where you would have never been if that didn't happen because conversations have to happen. Boundaries have to be set. This is a whole new level of, all right, we're going to fucking get to know each other now. And we're going to decide if this is for us or if it's not. It's intense. It sucks. It's going to be a grieving process, a healing process. But I believe that once you get to that point of being at a higher level in your relationship after overcoming something like that, you would say what that man's wife said. I'm grateful for what happened because we would never be here if it didn't.
Yeah, that's if they do the work.
Right.
So this is one of those things that we've talked about a lot on this podcast, especially when it comes to our past trauma and abuse and all the things that we've gone through. We've gone through those things to get us to become the people that we are. Mm-hmm. And in order for us to change, we have to go through hard circumstances in order for that change to happen. Because if things are easy and just going great, no one's doing any work.
Right.
In times of surplus, when everything is good and everything's coming in, you're just going to do whatever you're doing right now to keep that homeostasis to make sure that everything is just fucking great. Mm-hmm. But then some hardship happens. Maybe it's infidelity. Maybe it's, you got into a really bad fight and said some things out of anger that you shouldn't have said. And now you have that regret. That regret is going to be what makes you change the actions moving forward. If you ever have, I use this example a lot because this actually happened to me. When you have somebody say something to you that in the moment doesn't quite hit, but hits you afterwards, and it's past the point for you to say something or do something about it, you will think about that for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. And those things are the things that haunt you in silence, that mold you into a new person. And if this man really does regret the infidelity and he did cheat and he's doing things to mend the relationship, it's going to turn him into a man that he wasn't before.
Right.
If he actually has regret about the cheating, because there are people out there that don't have regrets. They don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
So in the event that they've been married 16 years and in year 1 he cheated and has never done it since, what has he done in the last 15 years to mend that, to grow closer to his person? Every single fight that you have with your person should bring you closer together, not further apart.
Yes.
But that takes a whole lot of pushing your ego down and understanding that you hurt somebody, or there's distance, or there's a disconnect. There's something going on that's a fight is never a fight. It's never just because you said some shit to hurt my feelings.
Right.
That's never the case. People say shit all the time that hurt your feelings and you'll let it go. It could be your boss, your best friend, whatever. But if there's an underlying issue, that snowball effect happens, and what's really fucking bothering you gets blown up on the shit that you said that has nothing to do with what's bothering you, and you never bring it up, right? Like that's how a lot of relationships work. So when there's something done and there's an actual conflict and there's nastiness, it's so much more than what's actually happening right now.
You haven't gone through that with me, right?
Which part?
Where
the snowballing thing?
Yeah, where I've blown up over something and that wasn't the... I don't feel like I've ever... I mean, I've had moments. Yeah?
Yes, you have.
Not recently, right?
Not within the last 7 months, 8 months, maybe a year, but it has happened.
I'm going to take that year.
You can take it. That's fine. I'm not holding grudges.
Right.
I understand that sometimes the conversation we're having isn't the conversation we're having. And the more I can get you to talk and the more we deep dive, I can figure out what's going on and we can really talk about the problem. But you've gotten very good. We've both gotten very good about just saying what the fuck is happening right now and like why we're feeling the way that we're feeling in the moment to make it not be a fight.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, your person, there are people out there that want to hurt people because they're hurt. That's the 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
The 9 times out of 10, your person loves you. They're trying to fix the fucking problem. Those numbers probably ain't even accurate. There could be more like 7 out of 10 because there are abusive people out there who just want to manipulate and abuse. But with a loving relationship, the way a relationship is supposed to be, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be because there's something else going on.
Yeah.
Sitting out there with no shirt on, tinkering with something, and she's listening to Fleetwood Mac, and she's like, how did she word it? Most men get mad when their women come out into the garage or into their space. Mine puts on Fleetwood Mac, gives me a comfy blanket, and makes sure that I'm happy. Crazy thing is I was good this morning when I got up.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally good this morning when I got up. And it's just gotten worse and worse as the day progressed. But after that TikTok, I went back over to Instagram and scrolled Instagram. You know what I've noticed about TikTok is that it's all sales. It's all people standing there on live streams doing nothing, just staring at the camera.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely insane to me. Or people singing. Like, bitch, I don't want to watch you sing.
Right.
This isn't like, CD. Right. Just standing there, staring at the fucking camera, waiting on somebody to give them something or say something. And then they react to it. And then they stare it again. It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever watched. And people feed into that shit.
I came across a TikTok live of a woman sitting in like cut off jean booty shorts and a bikini top in her car with like her feet on the dashboard, just looking at the screen.
Yeah.
And there were like 3,000 people watching it.
It's insane.
Sending comment after comment after comment. And she's not responding to anybody.
I saved that TikTok.
Yeah. Why?
Because I want to react to it when I'm not emotional.
Remind you of us.
Yeah.
I love that you love me. You're doing a good job keeping it together.
I have the life that I've always dreamed of in terms of my marriage. You know, there's still things that I want to accomplish in life, but I have completed that journey within me. And like, I have that peace, and like, I couldn't imagine doing any of this without you. And I don't mean the podcast. I mean, any of it. Like, you have enriched so much of my life and brought me so much fucking joy that like, this is the road that I'm going to be on for the rest of my life. And I'm fucking grateful for it. So when I see couples like that on TikTok, or I see people living a life like that and they're loving and supporting each other, it affects me. It does. It hits me on like an emotional level. And like, obviously I don't cry from it every time, but I want to like, I will repost those videos. And a lot of the times it's people with no followers. They're just showing off their life because it's a dope fucking life.
I do the same thing.
But
I'm glad that you got answered in a different way.
This is one of the few times that I've ever regretted recording live. Because I could have cut all of this out. No one would have ever known that I was having an emotional day.
I think people need to see this side of you, babe. Especially men. We have what we have, a large part due to you feeling like you can be open with me like this.
It's a lot easier doing it to you with you than with everybody. There's 50 fucking people watching us.
I know.
I don't know how I'm going to make this podcast work when we fucking edit this shit.
It took 3 years of the guilt eating away at me mentally to finally tell her, and seeing the pain on her face hurt me more than it hurt her.
So he fessed up to it.
After 3 years,
but
yeah.
she didn't catch him.
Right.
So that is true remorse.
That would be a step in the right direction for me. Because if I had to find out on my own, like, I don't know, I'm going through your computer to find whatever document, and then I come across Facebook Messenger pops up. And whatever. If I have to find out on my own, that makes it worse for me mentally.
Right, because the lie is still happening.
Right. You coming to me and owning it, I would rather know sooner than later. Do I mean that? I don't mean that.
Okay.
I think I would rather know later.
Yeah.
Knowing in the moment, like, I don't know. You break down one night and you just saw her the night before and you're fucking devastated, you're losing it, and at this point, like, you want to unalive yourself and all this shit's going on. It would be hard, right? Because I'm fucking angry because it just happened the other night. But you're also breaking down and telling me what's going on and how you want to change things and all this other shit, right? That would also be a step in a good direction for me because you're owning it. You're telling me the truth in the moment and you're saying that you want to change this. My anger would be a lot more heated in that moment than if 3 years went by. Right? Because that 3 years, there has been 3 years of change. Like, this has not happened since then.
Right.
I wouldn't be as hurt. I wouldn't be as angry. I'm still hurt and angry. But I'm not fighting the urge between, do I be here for my husband in this moment or do I leave the fucking house and tell him I'll be back tomorrow?
Right.
And it's all perspective. Everybody does their own shit their own way. But I think owning up to it versus lying by omission, no matter the time it takes, is the way to do it.
I agree. That's definitely the move.
Yeah.
Because it's taking ownership of what you did.
Right. And like you said, I view that as genuine remorse because she didn't find out on her own. They could have lived the rest of their marriage.
And never known.
And she would have never known.
Yeah. That shows the remorse. The regret is there. And that again, on what I said earlier about it changing the way the relationship could go because of that regret. I truly believe that if you can get over the infidelity and you're able to work through all of that shit, what comes out on the other side is a more honest, loving marriage.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying that you should cheat on your person by any fucking means.
No.
You know, my past life, I was a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine doing that to you. But that's the difference in the marriage.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I was an emotional cheater in my last marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I got to that point, it doesn't matter what point I got to, but I got to that point where I didn't care anymore. And I would get emotionally gratifying conversations from other men, strangers on the internet for whatever reason. And I couldn't imagine doing that to you.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. You want to hear something absolutely insane? I don't know if this is because of my borderline. I don't know if media wired my brain or something. I knew that I was done with a relationship when I could picture the person I was with somebody else and it didn't hurt my feelings.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we stay in situations because it serves us outside of the interest of the relationship.
Yeah.
You know, people stay in situations they shouldn't be in because of financial needs.
I don't want to do this alone.
Because they don't have anywhere else to go. Like,
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of reasons that people stay and a whole lot of reasons they shouldn't.
Continuing. She ended up going and sleeping with someone else, and my life temporarily spiraled out of control there for a little while after that. Both from her sleeping with someone else and the pain that I knew she was in because of my actions. Her going out and sleeping with somebody else was fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, so she cheated on him afterwards?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Oh, I don't know if they broke up. I don't know if they took a break and she went and slept with somebody else. It's not clarified because the next sentence is, we ended up getting back together and have been together since then. So if they broke up, that doesn't matter. That she slept with somebody else.
No, it doesn't. They were not together. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Unless she broke up and fucked somebody else and then came back. Because that's still,
oh yeah, I got it out of my system. We can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
This is less about correcting the behavior from the email, right? Because this shit happened. There's nothing we can do to change that. Me saying the things that I am saying is for the people who are currently listening who are in this situation.
Yeah.
Or the cheating has been exposed and now we're trying to figure out the best path forward. Being honest and holding space for one another and recognizing that the cheater has to eat crow, like I said. You broke it, you gotta fix it. And the cheaty, the one who was cheated on, there's a reason for everything. and your person cheated for whatever reason they decided to cheat, doesn't mean it's reasonable or logical
or right.
Right. If I decide to burn my house down, someone's going to ask me, why'd you do that?
Right.
There may have to be some acknowledgement of, I wasn't on my P's and Q's. You're right. I did stop kissing you when you walked through the door. I started going to bed without you at night. There's a lot of conversations that have to happen. And I can't remember where I was going with that because I started thinking about our life and I love it.
You know how crazy it is to think that even in the moment that all that shit's happening, people justify what they're doing to themselves. So even though after the fact they may have excuses or even be able to provide reasons for like all the examples you just gave, in the moment, what they were doing felt right enough for them to do it.
Yeah.
And that speaks on a whole other level of disconnect.
Yep. Okay, so I'm not going to phrase it that way because it's not going to be an every situation thing. Sometimes people are just
shitty,
really shitty and selfish and don't care. So I'm going to say, hopefully, majority of the time when somebody cheats, they're not thinking.
No.
And I know saying that and hearing that sounds awful because you're supposed to be the most important person in their life. When you starve somebody enough to a point that all they can think about is food, they're not thinking about their family anymore. They just want to survive. They want to get something to eat. And I'm going to say something else that's going to piss some people off. Intimacy and sex is a very important thing in a marriage, monogamous relationship. We are dedicated to one another and you can't get these other things from somebody else. And if that person is deprived of that for whatever reason, you're using sex as a weapon, you started getting mad about him smacking your ass, you got frustrated that she got so excited when you got home, how dare she miss you? I am getting sidetracked today. What was I going with that? Be my brain.
I'm holding on to a thought that I didn't want to interrupt because I've been really bad about doing that lately. So I'm holding on to my thing and I'm
okay. Hold on to your thing. Okay. Chat, help. Oh, I remember where I was going, the starvation thing. Sex is important in a relationship. Intimacy is important in a relationship. Feeling like you are mattered, like feeling like you matter and that you are cared by somebody, to feel like you have somebody waiting for you to come home, that you'll be missed if you don't show up. All of that is, in my opinion, right? I couldn't give you articles or anything, is important to the human psyche. And I'm going to use a man for an example in this because I did read this from a psychologist's book. Men look to their mothers when they are children for love, admiration, appreciation, all those kinds of things. And then as they become adults, that position changes to the wife. And if you are angry because he didn't fold the towels right, whatever you're mad about, and you decide, well, fuck him, I'm going to stop holding his hand when we're on the couch together, that's a massive disconnect. It's not an excusable reason, reasonable. It's not a reasonable reason to go, you didn't hold my hand, so I cheated on you.
Right.
Right. It's still important to hear them out and hear what got them to that point to rationalize, this is okay for me right now, and disregard the marriage, disregard what's going on with you. And overall, it's just a massive fail in communication. And to your thought.
You said that you're supposed to be, this is going to hurt your feelings because you're supposed to be the most important thing to them. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a statement. Yeah. And the reality is that most people aren't doing the work to be the most important thing in somebody's life.
Well, I said that because that's what people hope to be.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, that's hopium, right? But hope without action means nothing.
Right.
And I could hope to be the most impressive thing on the earth to you. Mm-hmm. But the moment that I stop trying to do that and I start, well, I got her already, why should I pursue her or do these things because she's already my wife? I have that relationship. Now I want the next best thing. How the fuck am I going to be the most important thing to you when I disregard you and I don't listen to what you're going through? And like, we can't have honest conversations about shit.
Right.
And we're not having sexy time or intimate moments, and we're not doing things together that fill our cups, that makes us bond. The more we do this and grow to this, the more important you will be to me. When we become super disconnected and we're living in two different worlds, two ships passing by at nighttime, there's no connection there. Why the fuck would you be the most important thing to me? We help each other pay rent.
Right.
It's a very different thing. And that takes action. You have to actually do the work to be the most important. And that's not something that you get to stop doing. You have to do it your entire fucking life if you're married. And it's hard.
Yeah.
There's going to be days that you don't like your person. There's going to be days you don't like yourself. There's going to be days you don't like your house. You don't like your fucking job or your career. So what? This is one day out of your entire fucking life. Figure your shit out. Reconnect with your person and be the most important thing.
Yeah.
It's action.
Right. to piggyback off of you saying that it's a day, look at your life. I would look at the last 6 months, right? And I have borderline. So I can be very messy up here. If I am super pissed off at you for whatever reason, and I sit down and I look at the last 6 months of our lives, we travel to Costa Rica, we held a couples retreat, we have fun weekends together, we stay up until 6 a.m. having fun, and all the small things you do for me, you open all the doors for me. You tell me I'm easy to love. This is stupid.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Okay. If you look back at the last 6 months instead of just a day, if you look back on the last 6 months and everything is exactly the way that it has been today for the last 6 months and there's been no change, you're the fucking problem in that. Because you're the one who's looking back at your life and are unhappy. You can't expect somebody else to change their life to make you happy. That's a you problem. And happiness is fleeting. It's a dopamine hit. There's a very big difference between having true joy in your life and living for something and just looking for that next little thing that's going to fill that dopamine hit for 5 seconds. I can give a whole bunch of things that's going to make you happy for a little while. It's not going to be joy though. It's not going to be the same thing. So if you look back on your life over 6 months and you go, damn, this sucks. What are you going to do to change it?
Right.
Sometimes it means you have to change your person. That's the reality of it. Sometimes it's that you need to change your perspective, your communication skills, your listening skills, the way that you fucking approach situations. All of that shit has to change. And you have to be the one to change it, because you can bring it to your partner and bitch and complain and cry all you fucking want. But if they don't see a problem with the way that they've been conducting themselves, they're not going to change. And if you make the change and you do all the things to make you a better person, your partner will see that. And it's the mirrored energy. Oh, they're being petty. Fuck it. I'm going to be petty too. That's the conversation everyone always fucking has. They don't ever have the conversation of, damn, my partner's really fucking good. I'm going to match that energy, because matched energy goes both ways. It's not just about negativity.
Yeah. I'm so glad you said all of that. That's where I was going with it. Thank you for stepping in.
You're welcome.
Keep going.
On the easy to love you thing, that's easier than opening the doors.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have to walk around the other side of the car to love you. It takes energy to walk around the car. It doesn't take energy to love you. It's just there. It is easy. I think that speaks on you being my peace though, and not bringing drama and conflict and stupidity into our lives. You know, we do very good about making sure that all of that shit stays away from our everything. And I think that that's where most people get caught up. It's a disconnect.
Yeah.
Guys, I am so fucking sorry for this episode.
It's everywhere. I need something dry. Can you help me, please? Thank you.
Jay said, I'm late, but I'm here. What's up, tribe? Did I miss anything?
Oh my goodness.
You
Jay.
missed a lot, dude. We've been sitting here crying the whole fucking episode.
Yep. Is Krista with you? Hello. I hope so. I hope she heard that. I miss you guys. I want to go thrifting with her so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that all of our friends live in other states.
Me too.
Thought about that pretty hard yesterday too.
Yeah.
I have Sean, and he works just as much as we do. I never see him unless he's dropping something off or picking something up for work.
Yeah.
And I get to talk to him for 5 minutes in the driveway before he leaves. That's it. I literally have no one in my day-to-day life. All of my relationships are digital.
Me too.
Let's get back to it.
Okay, continuing. We ended up getting back together and have been together since then. Well, fast forward to today. She's had several affairs since then, and I can't bring myself to hate her or even be mad at her for very long, because I still hold the guilt of betraying her in the past and feel like it's what I deserve. My cat of 9 tails, if you will.
What a strange thing to say. What a strange thing to say.
Right. Like, say you broke a glass when you were a child, and because you broke that glass when you were 5 until you were 30, you had to burn your hand on the stove for a punishment. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like to me.
If he said, I understand the eye for an eye in a degree, right? Like I can understand if she broke up with him and slept with somebody else and it was revenge and they were young and it was petty. I can understand that from a place of hurt, because I've been hurt. I understand that. Mm-hmm. But to allow that to continue to happen, to stick around knowing that we were even, like we both hurt each other, we're good now. Like,
yeah.
And even that's toxic as fuck to say.
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest, I could even understand that. But it would have to stop there, because now we both have regret that we have to live with. Sounds to me like she doesn't regret shit.
No.
And he's the one that's suffering because of it.
Yeah.
I would end that marriage just from that statement alone. That's it.
Yeah. Yep. If I was an addict to something, and that's how I view that, right? Being like drinking and taking opioids and crushing them and snorting them and all those kinds of things. That's not normal behavior to me. That's an extreme. You're really trying to disassociate. And I view that as addict behavior. And I fucked up and I made a mistake. Say I didn't even, whatever. I had sex with a guy. And then you went out and you did the same thing and then came back. That sucks.
I'm not saying that it's right.
Right.
That's not what I was getting
No.
at.
I know. It sucks. It definitely sucks. But like, I can see it.
Right. You can understand it that
right.
point.
Because like now
We're even.
Yeah. If you continued the way that she had, what am I doing? Right. Like I wasn't sound of mind. I was doing things to my body and taking things, and it was a fuck up 15 years ago. I wouldn't live like
Either.
Feeling desires and communicating and not looking elsewhere or seeking an emotional release or whatever. You are my person, period, for the last 16 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't stay.
Yeah.
I need to be clear. I don't believe in eye for an eye.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely do not believe in vindictive behavior.
Yeah.
I am somebody that once something wrong has happened, I'm distancing myself from people because I'm not going to, it sounds stupid to say put myself on that level, but this is the forgiveness thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't forgive people for them. I do it for me because I don't want to harbor that inside of me.
Yeah.
I have lived a very hateful life, done a lot of fucked up shit, and I've hurt a lot of people. I don't want to live like that anymore. I know what that feels like to carry that inside of you, and I don't.
I love that for you, babe. I know that you still struggle with things, but peace looks really good on you.
It's much lighter.
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
So again, I don't condone eye for an eye behavior, and I don't believe in vindictive behavior. I believe that all of that ugly, you're going to have to pay for one way or another, whether it's karma or God. And when you have to pay for that, God's not going to go, well, what did they do to you?
Right.
You don't give a fuck about that. They're going to have to pay for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to know why you reacted the way you reacted. Why did you do the things that you did? The choices that you made.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing to do with other people.
Yeah. I hit the kids with that. Why did you do what you just did? Well, Sissy did. That's not what I asked you. Why did you think what you just did was an appropriate response to the situation?
Yeah.
Really break things down and evaluate how in control of ourselves we are. Continuing.
Yep.
I love this woman with all my heart. She is happy and loving, and she is the most amazing person in the world, and I'd do anything for her. But when she's not, she's someone I walk on eggshells around. To give you an idea of her mental state, she's bipolar, diagnosed, and she has multiple physical ailments that are sure to shorten her lifespan by a large margin.
What has it got to do with her infidelity?
Right.
Those are choices.
Yeah. Over the past couple of years, we've been stuck in the cycle I mentioned above, and it's a cycle that I'd love to break to get the sunshine on the other side, but I lose focus of what matters to me because of the stresses life is throwing my way. I'm in bankruptcy right now. I pay $1,305 per week, and I'm usually left with between $400 and $1,100 a week to get everything we need for the house.
Hold on. $1,305 a week?
Yes.
That's $67,000 a year.
That's insane.
So he's making enough money that he still has about $1,000 a week left over. He's making really good money.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you end up in bankruptcy? This is being the steward. This is what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane to me.
Yeah. Continuing.
Yeah.
So I'm left with between $400 and $1,100 a week to get everything that we need for the house. Food, diapers, toiletries, etc., and to pay bills that aren't included in my bankruptcy: cell phone, internet, electric, water, car insurance, and gas. The money is very tight and we aren't able to do a lot of things that we used to do. So let's just go $1,000. That's $4,000 a month for everything that you just listed out. Are you paying a mortgage? I don't know what's included. He just said it that there are things that aren't included in the bankruptcy that he's paying for. Cell phone, internet, electric, water, car insurance, and gas. So it doesn't sound like there's a car payment.
Or a mortgage.
Right. So if you're having, on average, a surplus of $4,000 a month after what you're paying for the bankruptcy weekly, just round it to $1,500 a week, which is a lot. It's $1,305 a week. Oh my gosh, math. 2.62, carry the 1. So that's what, $3,200 a month? Something like that?
I wasn't doing math. I'm holding on to interrupt when we're talking. I can see the interruptions. It's different when I watch it back than when we're live. Because when we're live, I think we're having conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I realize that I talk and you don't finish your thought, there's no conversation there. It's disruption. So
yeah, this just doesn't make sense to me. Some people live on $3,000 a month.
Some people live on a lot less than that.
Right. There must have been a massive life change to be put into this position. I hope there's an elaboration.
Here's another thought before we move on, because I don't want to lose it. Where is she at in this?
With the house and stuff?
With the money.
Yeah.
I understand a man's role is to provide and like earn and do all of that. But we're a team. When you get married, you're one flesh. And if my responsibility is to pay all the fucking bills and I get so fucked up that I have to file bankruptcy and we are no longer living the life that we became accustomed to living, where are you at in this? Your job is to be there and help and do the things. So like if I can't do it all and we have 7 years of discomfort because that's how much money I have to pay back or whatever, you have to help.
Yeah.
Like we're a team right now. And if I have to bear all of the fucking stress and burden and you're not helping at all, we're not a fucking team. Right? Like, so where is she in this? If he's doing all of this and is still required to pay for everything, does she not work? Is she a stay at home because they got so many fucking kids? Like, is she willing to Uber? Like, something's got to give. There's got to be some sort of help there, whether it's a online business that she can operate, going to a thrift store and reselling on Etsy or eBay.
So money is very tight and we aren't able to do a lot of things that we used to. Date nights aren't as lavish as they used to be, but both of us are okay with that. I can't buy her small things like I used to be able to, and it's put me in this sort of depressed state.
Okay. So I have a thought there.
Okay.
If your love language is gift giving, you can find other ways to give gifts that doesn't cost money.
Yes.
Your person may not be into pine cones or shiny rocks.
Yeah.
But there are things that they enjoy that you can absolutely go find.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking on thrift stores, Goodwills, fucking Free Cycle, Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
You can get into like local trade groups. There's all kinds of things that you can do to find ways to pebble with your person and give them gifts and like fawn over them that doesn't cost you shit. So if your issue is that you can't afford to buy them things, is it that your person only likes lavish gifts?
Right.
And if that's the case, and obviously you make money,
mm-hmm.
so would it be a fair assessment to call her a gold digger at this point, if that's the case?
That's what my mind went to. I don't know how to tell her that I'm always under a constant state of stress between taking care of her, she doesn't work anymore, the kids, bills, not feeling like I'm enough, feeling like I'm not appreciated by her, work and life in general. We aren't going hungry. The electric isn't getting shut off. There's gas in the vehicles, and I'm usually left with pennies by Monday. Do you think they're living outside of their means?
Yes.
Because I'm really focused on the $400 to $1,100 a month, right?
Multiple double-digit kids.
Oh.
So yes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep. There's a lot of mouths to feed.
I was picturing like 2 to 4 children. Yeah, I totally forget. You're right. Never mind. I take all the shit back I said. That got it now.
Right. But see, that's the teamwork.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the fucking the head of household. The two of you are supposed to be running things and leading by example for the kids. And you know what your kids are seeing? Bankruptcy, multiple infidelities, a couple that doesn't get along most of the time, one who's emotionally unstable, one who lives with regret and allows the woman to walk all over him, all while not being able to properly lead the household.
Oh, by golly gosh. Yep, I get the pennies now. That made me nauseous. Good on this dude for working so hard to stay afloat. I'm picturing 12 kids now.
Yeah, we don't know.
You're right. We don't know.
It could only be 10 because that is technically double digits, but it could also be 19.
You're right.
Or 99.
Yeah.
Obviously
I heard 24 this morning. So.
Yeah.
I just want to let this dude know, like, I see you, homie. Out here doing the damn thing. I would be upset by all of this too.
Same. Most decision you'll ever make is who you choose to marry.
Yes. All of the snaps for my husband real quick.
For using your line.
It's a good line.
It's true though.
Yeah.
A good partner can make or break somebody.
100%. Your life. Everything going on in your life. Continuing.
Yep.
The first thing that seems to start to go from my focus seems to be her. Like her needs from me as a husband. Not because I don't care about her, but I think it's that everything else is more overwhelming in my focus. I also think I have undiagnosed ADHD after a little self-reflection, and that doesn't help.
So what?
The ADHD?
All of it. All of the labels. I am so fucking sick and tired of people giving us their diagnoses. That doesn't fucking mean anything.
Right. Tell us how you're coping with it.
Your choices matter. Have you done anything to fucking help yourself with the diagnosis that you've been given? Because if not, your diagnosis doesn't mean shit. You're a lazy motherfucker who's done nothing to fix your shit. And if you think you have ADHD or bipolar or BPD or any of the other things that you think you might possibly have self-diagnosed because of fucking Google or TikTok, what have you done to correct it? What are you doing to heal yourself? If you're getting distracted and your wife is no longer a priority and you realize that, you make your wife a priority. Set an alert on your phone. 9 a.m. Did you make your wife a priority today? 11:30. Hey, dumbass, did you make your wife a priority today? 11:39. I just reminded you 9 minutes ago.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of things that you can do. It's all excuses. It's all fucking lip service to me. I am so fucking sick of the diagnosis as bullshit. And I don't care if that makes me sound cold. I really fucking don't. I have labels. They mean nothing to me because I've overcome all that bullshit.
I agree. You're sexy when you're passionate.
I'm frustrated now. I went from emotionally like distraught all morning to now I'm aggravated. I don't like that. It's weakness.
It is. I agree.
It's choosing weakness.
I agree with all of that. I do. I agree. I've seen so many people abuse mental illness online. TikTok is disgusting for it. And I agree. I want to hear about, so what are you doing to improve yourself?
Right.
What have you done to make your life easier after finding this out? What's the research you've done? Tell me how great life has been since you've been able to take control of it, because now you know what's going on.
Right. You have no excuses anymore.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to pose a perspective. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm not trying to be correct here. I'm just trying to bring another object into focus here and everything going on in life. Maybe it's not that you're overwhelmed by everything going on in life. Are you subconsciously detaching from her because she has had so many affairs? And you don't want to be that husband for her. That's okay to say out loud.
How about, I'm killing myself trying to make this work and I don't have a partner?
Yeah.
It's a fucking valid statement.
It is.
That's a great reason to disconnect. I'm fucking treading water and I'm holding all of us. And I just need you to move your fucking feet a little bit to help me out so that we don't drown and you're not moving your feet.
Right.
Valid statement.
Humans baffle me sometimes. Continuing.
Yes.
Well, she would feel that I wasn't showing her enough attention physically, emotionally, and mentally. And sitting here reflecting on how I've acted in the past, she's probably right. It wasn't my intention to be this way, but it's just how it happened. I get angry overthinking a lot of the time about everything. Get mad because of what happened at work. Get mad I wanted to be able to provide more for my family, but I can't. I hold a Class A CDL, and I'm limited to only working 70 hours a week, so there's really no space to advance in my paycheck. I would pause there. I would work somewhere else. If I'm at a place where I can't, there's no more growth for me, like I've reached and I need more than that, I'm either going to find a way to get myself into my own business, or I'm going to search elsewhere where there is opportunity for growth. And I'd show I'm fucking hungry for it. Like I am the one that you want for this job, and I'm going to show you all of the great things that I can do. Here's my resume. You bring years of experience to the table. You're getting paid for your experience, not for your time. There's a difference. I'm not paid hourly, so I don't get overtime after 40 hours. I'm the highest paid employee, not in management, where I work. I don't feel she understands when I tell her that I can't make any more money than what I do now unless people don't come into work and I have to haul loads on the weekend. Right now, I drive a yard dog. I load the trailers for our drivers and ferry trucks to shop for maintenance. Then, over the past few years, they've also added getting truck mileage on Mondays for fuel tax purposes, inspections because our drivers are lazy as hell and can't seem to inspect the equipment like they're supposed to, trailer inspections multiple times per day, they're not even our trailers, give safety meetings once a month, tarp the loads, dispatch drivers, and there's probably more that I haven't thought of. I work 11 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and sometimes on Saturday. If we aren't loading trailers on Saturday and there are loads to haul, then I'm in there working another 12 to 15 hours. So I max my time card every week. Okay, so I'm confused. You're working 30 hours a week that you're not getting paid for?
He said he doesn't make overtime. He still gets paid for it. He just doesn't get overtime.
Oh, like so he doesn't get the increase in pay. Right. It's okay.
Can we talk about how disconnected his family is right now with all that time?
Oh gosh, yeah. So 11 hours a day, Monday through Friday.
And then 12 to 15 hours on a Saturday sometimes.
Right. So that's, like he said, 70 hours a week. How many hours are in a week? What, 120?
168.
168. I love that you know that.
I Googled it. It's in my book.
I remember that.
Yeah.
168 hours in a week, and you're spending 70 of them at work.
Minimum.
Minimum.
That's what he said. 70 hours a week.
And then there's sleep. Yeah, he's getting a day a week with his family if he's not trying to sleep and get things done around the house or running errands. That's wild.
I understand the need to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And like, maybe because we have money and like, I've gotten so accustomed to being an entrepreneur and like money coming and going. And like, I've started over so many times in life that like, I'm okay starting over. I also know that where I am in life now and with all of the things that I've done and missed out on, I love where I'm at, but I don't love that I missed out on so much, right? Like there's a whole lot of things looking back on my life that I wish I could have done that I didn't do because I decided to work and build my thing. And now that's setting me up to have the future that I want to have. But if I'm in a position where I'm no longer able to live my life and all I'm doing is serving another motherfucker, I'm leaving.
Oh yeah.
I would rather be broke living in my van doing like odd handyman jobs on Facebook Marketplace for food and gas than to sell my entire fucking life to a company.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
He just can't drive more than 70 hours. And that includes non-driving hours. He can work at McDonald's for 50 hours a week and only have 20 hours of drive time available with a CDL. After the 70 hours of work is met, he'll have to do non-driving jobs. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense as to why he's there doing the tarping, the inspections, the maintenance, and all the other things. Thank you. This is the great thing about the Discord chat.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to explain that to me again because I don't understand.
He's only legally allowed to drive his vehicle for 70 hours a week.
Okay.
So he can do other things for the company as long as he's not physically driving his truck, cleaning the shop, maintaining the trailers, doing inspections, tarping loads, helping other people load their trucks. So he can work more than 70 hours a week, but over the 70 hours, it's all labor shit that's not behind the wheel of the vehicle.
So there's that. I get depressed because I am limited to how much time I can spend with my family trying to stay above water while feeling helpless on how much money I can actually make because of my hours of service. Our last big argument, I found out that she was talking to another guy that had tried to solicit sex from her in return for some money. And I tried to express to her how that made me feel. So she was prostituting herself.
I have a whole lot of thoughts on this.
Right? Like I'm not wrong for jumping to that.
Okay, well, I have two modes of thought here.
Okay.
One, what is she doing with the money? Right? Because if she's prostituting because they can't make bills and they need to eat, as fucked up as it is, I can understand that because you're doing the only thing that you fucking have to do. The other side of that is she doing it so that she can buy herself shit?
Oh, that's a good question.
Right? Both of them are fucked up.
Yeah.
To be clear, I'm not agreeing with either one of them.
You can see it.
But I can understand something like that. Like I don't know, but because of where I've been in life, I've done really fucked up things for money. So I understand when you're at your wit's end and you're at rock bottom, you know what the fuck to do, robbing somebody or selling drugs or doing some fucked up shit. Like I get it. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But to do it just because you want the money, it's a different concept. But if she was talking to somebody online, she was already breaking the rules of your marriage before it got to the offer of sex for money.
Yeah. I get it. Like you said, I get the perspective, people doing fucked up things for money. That was one of my, and will continue to be like one of my ground rules. I will never do that for money.
Never?
What?
You would never do that for money?
Have sex for money?
Everyone has a price.
You know, I've thought about that.
Everyone's got a price.
Yeah. I think if someone were to offer me like $1 million, I would still turn it down.
Okay.
Because I don't think that I could live with myself for compromising my morals for money. 20
million? That's life-changing money. You would never have to never have to work again.
No, it's life-changing money. I still don't.
You could literally buy an island,
right?
Build your dream house and disappear from society for the rest of existence.
Yeah, I could. But living with the memories of some strange man on top of me and having to think about like his breathing and how he smelled, and I did that for money. I don't know if that mental wear and tear is worth it for me.
50 million. You got a price. Everybody has
yeah.
one. It might be an astronomical price, but everyone has a price.
Okay.
Jay said 10 million and I have no morals, laughing my ass off. Everyone has a price.
No, it's also one of those things like when I die, if God truly exists, I'm going to have to look my father in the face and be like, yeah, I did that for $20 million.
Yeah, maybe he should have answered your fucking prayers then.
Yeah.
How about that? A lot of people are in some really fucking dark places.
Right.
Everyone's got a price.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm having a really hard time with God right now.
Okay. I get that. All right, continuing. Hang on. I do want to touch on, like, I get that people are in some really fucked up situations. And that's something that they're willing to do to get out of that situation. Depends on what situation I'm in.
Right.
Right. If I'm like sex trafficked and forced to be in a brothel in the Middle East, and some dude comes in who's rich from England, I'd pray that he's telling the truth, but yeah, I could see doing it then. Continuing, she was sitting at the house one day dealing with the kids, which I know isn't easy seeing how many we still have at home. Well, how many are at home? This is important information, right?
Here's a better thought. She agreed to do that shit when you guys decided to have kids.
That is very true. That is very true.
So
Especially with so many.
So if you don't get to complain about your job and express your stresses from your day to day, she shouldn't be able to do the same thing. Or a team.
Yeah. I wouldn't support somebody in that aspect if they wasn't reciprocal.
Right.
You thanking me the other night for being reciprocal made me feel really good.
It's important.
Made me feel like I'm doing the thing as your wife.
This growth couldn't happen if it wasn't reciprocal. All of the shit that we've gone through and all the things that we've overcome could not happen if it wasn't reciprocal. If you were on your growth journey and you were doing all this shit and you were trying to heal yourself, and every time we had conflict, I became a major fuckface and I wasn't working on me, your growth journey would stop, or you would fucking leave me.
Right.
Because you'd realize that this is the end of the line for us. There's no more growth to happen here, and you're not where you want to be yet.
Like his job.
Somebody asked if we've considered doing live calls with Discord members as an alternative to emails during your lives. We have. And we actually put out a questionnaire for the ultimate chat and posted it on Patreon to try to find people that we can screen to have on the show, because we would much rather do that than read emails. The problem is people don't want to do that.
Aren't we also recording them?
We would be recording them for content. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Continuing.
Yep.
She was sitting at the house one day dealing with the kids, which I know isn't easy seeing how many we still have at home, but she left the house to go cool off. She ended up going out to where this guy was working and hanging out with him for about 20 minutes.
I'm just saying a booty call can happen in a whole lot less than 20 minutes.
Oh God. Yeah. Yep.
This relationship doesn't need to be a thing. And if he ends it, there's alimony and child support that's got to happen. And with his bankruptcy, it's cheaper to keep her. So he has no fucking out. This is those I don't want to wake up situations.
Yeah. This would be I don't want to be married to you anymore, but we are so intertwined that we have to live together. Yeah. If she's able to leave the house, you're not home. And she's able to leave the house and the children are there by himself. That means that there are children old enough to maintain the household without anything going awry.
Right.
Awry. I bet she could get a part-time job.
Yeah.
Easily. And contribute to things in the household and have her money to do whatever she wants. And eventually, as the children get older, we don't know how old the kids are or how many are at home. A full-time job would have to happen because I'm not supporting you anymore.
But why would she? Because here's the reality of it. She has a man that takes care of her financially. She doesn't have to work. She's only got to raise kids.
Yeah.
Which you have to do anyways. She has the ability to leave and do other things. She's able to talk to other men because he's at work 70 plus hours a week. He has no idea when she actually leaves and goes and does other things unless the kids fucking snitch on her. So she gets to live the life however she wants to live it. Why would she fucking leave that situation? He's not abusing her as far as we know.
Right.
There's no reason for her not to leave. She gets to live the life that she wants without a care in the world.
I would stop buying her things. Like I'm going to maintain the household and make sure groceries happen. I would start Instacarting. You don't have to go to the grocery store anymore. I got this because I'm paying for it. Have the kids loaded into the household, whatever needs to be done. And I'm not paying for your gas money. I'm not paying for you to get your nails done. You can ask your boyfriends for that. And if you want something beyond what they're capable or wanting to provide for you, you need to get a job.
Well, there is sexual transactions happening already.
Right.
So
oh, you're right.
He may not be paying for those things anyways. I would also like on the Instacart, he has one day off a week. It only takes a couple hours to go grocery shopping. You get up before the rest of your house does and hit Costco.
Oh, yeah, good point.
fucking BJ's or whatever, Sam's Club, and go get enough food for the week. I'm assuming she knows how to cook well on fucking kids.
Yeah. Yeah. I would live together as roommates, but act like I'm single. Because that's what she's doing. This isn't a marriage.
Yeah.
This isn't a relationship. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how you can get her back on board with actually like the sanctity of a marriage and what it means to be a team and one flesh and all those kinds of things. Has she been running like this since you told her about the affair? Has this been a nonstop thing over the years, or is this just started recently happening? If so, what was that catalyst this time? If not, and she's been doing this the whole time, why would she adjust her life? Like my husband said. I got home and asked her about it, and she didn't lie to me. She said that she became stressed by the kids and everything at the house and went out riding around. While she was out riding around, he messaged her and she went to see him while he was working. He's a tradesman, and from what she says is he's... Okay, I can't. I'm hung up on something and I'm trying to read, but I'm thinking about this thought because I wanted to get to a point where I can say it, but I'm not going to be able to read until I do it. Me visiting you at work, to me, is like a very sacred, emotional bonding thing. I get to show up, I get to be your wife, show off our love, you get to show me off, and I get to see you doing the thing that you do. I'm a little spark of light in your day to help you get through it. Oh God, that would bother me. That would bother me if you were visiting another woman at work because she messaged you and be like, hey, you want to stop by? Yeah.
You add to the fact that most men work the way that they work to provide for their women, it changes things quite a bit.
Yeah.
Men make more money when they're married.
Mm-hmm.
It's facts, statistically proven. We live longer, we have better health, better heart rates. Like, we do all around better when we have somebody there to support us the way that a marriage is supposed to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's just factual.
Yeah.
It's why we do the things we do. So this man's woman is going to visit another man at work. Just adds to it. This is one of those things that, like, at this point, he's chosen to stay while she's continued to act like this. He's done it to himself.
Yeah.
Jenna said a woman visiting a man at his job is very much a power move. Women do that for the reasons you just said.
Oh, yeah. Shows my dominance. I'm very territorial.
I know.
Yeah. I hit you with because I know what I got. You're like, damn. Because I do know what I have with you and the kind of man that you are. Was that too much?
Trying really hard not to cry again.
Yeah. I'm going to keep reading. He's a tradesman, and from what she says is that he was working on a new build and he showed her around and was telling her what he did. Oh yeah, that's a massive breach.
It's a massive breach. That dude was trying to fuck her.
Oh yeah, right. I mean, like the whole thing.
This entire thing is bullshit.
Yeah. Even if he wasn't trying to fuck her, I would view this as infidelity. And I don't care if people think that's extreme.
There are things that you don't do with another person when you're in a relationship.
100%. This guy has 2 kids at home and lives with his girlfriend. By the way, the kids aren't even hers. That means nothing to me. So everybody knows I don't care that anything about this guy and his girlfriend and the children not belonging to her.
None of that shit matters.
Yeah. All right, so continuing, I found out who his girlfriend is and even where she works and what car she drives. That's scary. That's terrifying. Okay. I'd be a low, petty MFer if I went to where she works and told her about what he's doing with proof. Part of me wants to, but I think she'll find out on her own.
So you want to destroy somebody else's relationship because your relationship's fucked up? Why don't you fix your house and worry about that?
Yeah.
All that time that you spent worrying about somebody else and what they're doing and what they're driving and where they work and where they live could have been fixed, like you fixing your marriage.
Yeah.
Or finding a lawyer to file for divorce. This is what I was talking about earlier with that vindictive shit.
Yeah.
All of this is making you a piece of shit human being. So now you're on that level. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah.
I hope you feel good about yourself. Now I'm truly annoyed. That's stalker behavior.
That 100%. I would be absolutely terrified. Me personally, part of me would want to know. And if somebody found me on Facebook, right? They searched him up and they found the relationship status and they went to my profile and they messaged me, right? You don't need to know where I work. You don't need to know what kind of car I drive. That's the fucked up part of that. And that makes me, as a woman, very uncomfortable. You don't need all of that information to tell me that my boyfriend's messing around on me. Part of me would want to know. And just a Facebook message of like, hey, I'm married to so-and-so and I have found out that she is going to your boyfriend's work. These are the messages that I've seen, whatever. I'm not saying this to fuck up what you've got going on. I just want you to be aware of what's happening the same way that I'm aware of what's going on. And that would be the end of it. Like, I'm not trying to be best friends with you because our partners fucked around with each other or whatever the case may be. Part of me would also go, that's not really my problem. And like you said, I would get things right at home. And if they end up getting together, he would leave her, whatever the case may be. That doesn't matter. That's on them now. The only thing that I can control in this is I'm not willing to tolerate this behavior anymore. And I'm going to find the best out for me here where I don't have to sacrifice any more of my money. Wild.
He wants to destroy somebody else's relationship because he's hurt.
Yeah.
But he's not willing to step away from the relationship where the wife has been cheating on him for the last 16 years.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good point.
So you want to hurt somebody else and destroy and blow up somebody else's life that also has kids because you have no control over your own. That's what that says to me.
Continuing.
Yeah.
I asked her if that's what she wants, if she wanted to continue to go out, quote unquote, whoring around, and then said that she had as having a bitch attitude. Then said that she had as having a bitch attitude. Does that make sense to you? Okay.
No.
Wasn't referring to her as being a bitch, just her attitude. So I ended up being the POS who called her a whore and a bitch.
Well, the way you word things matters.
It does, 100%.
Why would you use that term? Because you're hurt.
Yeah.
That's why you would use that term. That's the difference between you lied to me and you're a liar.
Mm-hmm.
You're attacking my character now versus speaking on the things I did.
Right.
It's a very different conversation. Your words matter. The way that you verbalize things to people fucking matters.
Mm-hmm.
So you did that to yourself. You did call her a whore.
Yeah. Continuing. I also said that she makes some really stupid and dumb decisions, which she took as me calling her dumb and stupid. Now she wants me to move out, which I wouldn't do as it would make her and my kids homeless. And she's stuck on getting a divorce. She said that her therapist called me a narcissist, which I may be one, I don't know. I told her that's her therapist's professional opinion and not a diagnosis, but she takes everything almost anyone says at face value and is stuck on the idea of me being one.
So her therapist is able to diagnose your mental illness based off of her
perspective.
How does that work?
That is unethical, in my opinion.
Is that even possible?
She may give her opinion, right? Like if they're having a conversation and she goes, I don't know, she takes things out of context. So what if the therapist said something along the lines of, I could see those being higher narcissistic traits in somebody.
Right.
And then she ran with that. My therapist said you're a narcissist.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the therapist is also basing everything off of what she told her therapist.
And I bet she's lying through her teeth.
Guys, when you deal with a therapist, you have to be very fucking cautious about your therapist. You guys go to marriage counseling with people who have 4 fucking divorces and an unhappy marriage. Like a therapist having a degree means that they went to school and learned some fancy words. It doesn't make them a good person. It doesn't mean that they don't have an agenda. You know how many people have written in who've said that they went to a therapist and it was a fucking shit show, and then they found another therapist and it was great?
Yeah.
You got to find the right therapist for you.
I would go to court and petition to have full custody because I have a stable income, household in my name.
Household may not be in his name if he filed bankruptcy.
Oh, that's a good point.
We don't know. We don't know what his bankruptcy
Can you give a
entailed.
house back in a bankruptcy?
It can be repoed, a foreclosure. I don't think that, I gotta be honest, it would depend on the bankruptcy and it would depend on the way that the litigation of the bankruptcy went. That's a process. It's not one size fits all.
Yeah. I would find a way to give the house back. See if that does something to the bankruptcy. Get my own place, let her figure her shit out, and then present to the court that I am stable. I have stable income. The children are well taken care of. And she and her actions will speak for herself. I wouldn't live in this.
I wouldn't either.
I would do everything I could to come out on top. And if her defense is, he cheated on me 15 years ago, the judge isn't going to care about that.
Well, not since she's been doing it too.
Right. All right. Continuing. I try to tell her there are a lot of crossover between someone with ADHD, emotional dysregulation, and someone with NPD, and this clip I found on Instagram pretty much explains it. I personally think that she needs some serious professional inpatient help without the distractions of everyday life to get the help she desperately needs.
Inpatient, so he's thinking she should be Baker acted.
Yeah. I would like her to do that before she goes through with a divorce. If she wanted a divorce after that, then I believe I would feel more content knowing that she made the decision with a clear mind and a level head. That makes me uncomfortable. Does it make you uncomfortable?
He's a doormat. His shirt says, "Wipe your feet on me."
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll just change my shirt and we can try it again tomorrow and you can do it all over again.
Right.
Where's your self-respect, dude? Where's the love of you? You realize you fucked up once 15 years ago and she has continuously dogged you the entire marriage and you allow it to happen over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You are in the predicament you are in because of the decision day.
Yes.
So I was wrong. The diagnosis thing was because of something that he saw on Instagram about her.
No, it's about how ADHD symptoms can look like NPD. And he sent it to her in hopes that she would be able to understand that what he's going through is not NPD. It's the ADHD that he suspects that he has. I don't think that she's just bipolar. I think that there's something else chemically wrong inside her brain than just that.
That's not true. That chemical imbalance shit is false. It has been proven false over and over and over again. There is no way to measure the chemical in your brain that would cause you to have an imbalance. That is a marketing ploy to sell you SSRIs. How many people watching know somebody that takes SSRIs or antidepressants that's still fucking depressed? You know that you get a bigger dopamine from dancing and singing in your kitchen than you do from taking fucking SSRIs. It's all a marketing ploy. You can take a sugar tablet and have a 40% increase if you believe that it will help you with your depression.
Yeah.
And when you take SSRIs, that number goes to 60%.
That's wild.
Isn't it? And they're still fucking depressed. The chemical imbalance thing is a fucking myth. It is a sales tactic. And it's been proven wrong. It's been publicized that it's proven wrong, and people still use that fucking terminology.
Yeah. I love singing and dancing with you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think singing with you is one of my new favorite things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still nervous about it though.
Yeah.
Why are you chuckling?
Because that's the first time you've actually sang to me and did not become Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam.
Yeah. Did you really like it? Okay, good. Because I'll cry if you say anything else.
You need to get over your fear. You could hear it in your voice.
It's so hard. I'm so worried about being judged. And you like singing so much, and I need to.
Because it feels good.
Yeah.
It's something that all of us can do, even if it's poorly. We can all do it. It
That's
could
true.
sound like utter garbage to the rest of the world, but if you feel good doing it, who gives a fuck? Everyone on the planet sings their favorite song at the top of their lungs in the car with the windows up when no one else can hear it.
Yeah.
We all sing. It is natural for us.
It's an energy release.
It is.
Continuing. So I'm hung up on the whole inpatient help thing.
He wants to have her committed.
Yeah, that feels very like, do you guys remember the season of American Horror Story, The Asylum? That's how that feels to me, and it makes me uncomfortable. I'm not saying she doesn't need that level of professional help, right? I don't know this woman. I don't know what she's doing outside of what he's talking about. I just don't like the way that made me.
Stealing this from the chat.
What?
Who's going to watch those kids while she's
Baker acted?
committed?
That's a good
Mr.
question.
I work 70 hours a week. Can't take the time off because I can't afford to live
Right.
otherwise.
It'd be pretty fucked up to make the older children do it.
Right. Well,
especially if they're in school.
You legally can't do that. Got to have parental guidance the entire time until you're 18.
I don't think her being promiscuous and being upset with the marriage and feeling the way she is feeling means that she needs to go to inpatient. I think you guys should do like couples counseling or couples therapy. That way you both can sit in front of a therapist and she can't manipulate the conversation.
That's a good point. I wouldn't do that.
No, not at this point.
At this point,
Yeah.
I would have left.
Yeah. I'm trying to give him solutions because he's looking for
and
some.
that's an honest solution. Like if he's determined to stay with this woman after everything she's done, you're going to have to prepare for another 16 years of this because she has no reason to change. There's no consequences for her actions. And even going to couples counseling together and you both see a therapist, like different therapists on top of that, because couple counseling is only one part of that.
Right.
You both need to individually see different therapists as well while that's happening to like really get the effect of what's going on. But where are you going to pay for that? If he's struggling that much to not even be able to buy her little things, how is he going to pay for? How is she paying for therapy?
Yeah.
Is that another bill that he's required to pay for so that her therapist can diagnose him as a narcissist by proxy? Because that's a waste of your fucking money, bro. You should be the one going to therapy.
That's a good point. I work these long hours to make the kind of money that I make to try and give my family the best life possible. That's what is and always will be most important to me, my family. My biggest fear is losing my family.
You've already lost your family, bro. She's fucking other people and showing up on other dudes' job sites and shit. Like, what do you mean you're afraid of losing your family? You're a fucking stand-in at this point.
Yeah.
Losing your family, how? You're working 70 plus hours a week. How much time do you actually spend with your family? And that's not me shitting on you. That's a reality check to what you're doing with your life.
No, I agree. Like there is not a family here. There are children who are watching their parents go through what their parents are going through, and that they're trying to process everything. And this is generational trauma.
It's happening.
Yeah, in real time. If this has been your guys' relationship for so long, why did you take on so many children?
Right. Or continue having them. Well, they were accidents. He said a lot of them were makeup sex.
And then they adopted some children. Or maybe one was adopted. She had one from a previous relationship.
Yeah, and adopted some. I wish we knew how many kids they had.
Me too.
Because they've only been together for 16 years. Like, so the oldest possible kid is only 16, unless the one that came from her beforehand is still living there.
He made it sound like some of the kids have moved out already. All right, continuing. I sit here most days at work trying to find ways to improve our financial situation so that money could never be a factor in any argument or concern of ours anymore. But every time I talk to her about it, it's always an immediate shutdown. She sees everything I'm trying to do, i.e. anything I can do from the comfort of my phone or computer, a waste of time and money. While she goes out and spends $300 on scratch-offs and even more at the casino trying to hit it big.
I'm done with this email.
Oh, golly.
I know that we haven't had it. It's only been like once or twice that we've actually just stopped reading an email. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, she sounds like a gold digger.
She has everything that she needs in life. Why would she change? There's nothing that we can say or do that's going to change your situation. You have to change your situation. And in 16 years of all of this going on, and she's doing whatever the fuck she's wanting to do, and you are just tolerating it, she's not going to change. She has no reason to. She's told you that she wants a divorce.
And in my mind, it's very rare to come back from that.
In my mind, we're good.
Yeah.
Go file that paperwork then. You just played the nuclear bomb option. Like, our marriage is done at that point. I'm not fighting for this anymore.
This isn't a game. You can't say, JK, I was upset. Right. LOL PMSing. $300 on how much? $300 on scratch-offs.
You've never done that dumb shit?
Scratch-offs?
Yeah.
Oh, I've done scratch-offs. I've won a lot of money on scratch-offs.
I've bought rolls.
You bought rolls of scratch-offs?
I've walked in and been like, which one of these is the newest one that you have put in? And they'll be like, this one. How many sold? I don't know, a couple. I won't take the whole roll. And I have been times where I've talked to the person at the register and be like, you got a whole roll of those in the back? They're like, yeah, I'll take the whole roll. Purely just because I had stupid money to spend and nothing to do with it.
How much did that cost?
Depends on the tickets.
What's the most you spent?
$2,000.
Ah! Did you make anything back?
Not that time. There have been times that I bought the whole roll that I made some money, but you lose. It's a lottery for a reason.
Yeah.
Very rarely do people hit it big on those things.
Mm-hmm.
State wouldn't be able to make money.
True.
If it was a guaranteed win.
That's cool. Okay, so if you're in a low season, right? We're done with this email. I'm just going to think on this one thing. You're in a low point and your paycheck's only $400 left over after you pay for everything. You're going to have $100 left over if she's doing that every week.
Right.
Girl, bye.
How are you feeding all them kids on $100?
Right. Absolutely not. This woman is not okay. Right? We don't know the things that he currently does to cope with whatever's going on. The things that he laid out, and if everything he said is true of that what she's doing, I agree. I think that a level of help is needed. I don't know if inpatient is needed. The gambling is the problem. The gambling is a problem. So as someone with borderline, all of those are distractions.
Dopamine.
Right. It's the promiscuity.
Dopamine.
The gambling is a dopamine. I got up to like $40 when I put $5 in the machine. I was like, I can see.
You looked at me and was like, I can see how people get addicted to this. That one win gave me a dopamine response. That's exactly what you said.
That is exactly what I said to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all a smoke show. The only way that you can really win money at the casinos is by playing poker.
Yeah.
And you have to know how to play poker, and the people at the table have to know how to play poker, especially if you're playing blackjack. You get one idiot at the table and everyone loses their money at the casino.
I'd cut her ass off. Yeah. I would go through with the divorce, and I would get a really good lawyer, right? Because either way, there's going to be a loss of money in this.
How's he going to afford that lawyer?
Stop spending $300 a week on gambling or casinos.
It's not going to be enough.
Right? I would save up. He's been living this for 16 years. If he has to live this for another year or two while saving money to get a good lawyer, that's nothing in the grand scheme of what you've been doing with this woman.
That's true.
So I would save up however long I needed to. I would pick up side jobs. It's going to suck. You may see your family less than you already are.
It doesn't happen anyways with a divorce.
Right. And I would get a lawyer who is going to try their damnedest to make sure that I'm not paying lifetime alimony or support. And I would damn sure show how stable I am in everything that I'm doing.
Wonder what she would do with that money if she hit it big. And then in rare occasions, say maybe she went like 50 grand or $1 million.
Oh, she'd leave him.
I actually saw somebody do a skit, and it might not have been a skit. It could have been a real situation, but he walked in and he scratched off his ticket and he's like, if I won this lottery, what would you do? And the girl was like, I'd take half and divorce you. And he handed her $10. And he's like, I won $20. Get the fuck out of my car. People are fucked up, man.
The gall. Like, what did you think was going to happen when you said that? You can tell when people didn't have fucked up childhoods.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Carrie's going to be supposed to be coming over soon.
Okay.
Well,
Thanks for being here, guys.
wasn't expecting this to be at all what it was.
Me either.
We have a whole lot of cuts.
Yeah.
We're almost to 3 hours.
Jeez.
2 hours and 40 minutes before cuts. So hope you guys enjoyed my birthday episode. It's been a fucking mess. And remember, you are the author of your own life.
So grab a pen.
And we will see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.